Hello there again, friends, and welcome to another edition of Auto Review. I'm Ron De Los Ayes. Today, we're coming to you from the beautiful Camp John Hay in Baguio City. It's been raining, but rain or shine, Auto Review continues to bring you the latest in motoring. And of course, today we bring you the test drive of the new Nissan X-Trail. And we joined this Nissan Philippines Incorporated organized event called the all-new Nissan X-Trail Exciting Experience. And this event brought us to Angeles City, where we had lunch at the famous restaurant Ballet de Tung. And of course, our final destination for this event, none other than Camp John Hay in Baguio City. And here's the latest in Philippine motoring on our Auto News Update.
Mitsubishi Motors Corporation is leading a $600 million investment in Indonesia to build a factory and develop a new car, as the Japanese automaker seeks to expand in a growing and increasingly competitive auto market. Indonesia has a population of around 240 million people, making it the biggest foreign market for Mitsubishi. At the new plant east of Jakarta, the brand will make a new multi-purpose vehicle or MPV that can seat up to about 8 passengers, as well as 2 types of commercial vehicles. Out of the $600 million investment, Mitsubishi Motors will pay around $250 million to develop the new MPV. Mitsubishi plans to manufacture 80,000 MPVs at the plant a year and export 20,000 of them mainly to Thailand, the Philippines, and Vietnam. The new Indonesian plant will have an annual capacity of 160,000 vehicles, and Mitsubishi may expand that to 240,000 vehicles in the future, adding production that would start in the first half of 2017. The Philippine Institute of Petroleum, or PIP, composed of major oil industry players, signed a landmark agreement with the Department of Energy, the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, and the Metro Manila Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council to ensure a stable supply of fuels in Metro Manila in the event of disasters. The signing of the MOA was held during the recent Industry Emergency Response, or IERO, cooperation event. IERO is an annual event conducted by PIP to enhance capabilities in disaster preparedness and response, workplace safety, and environmental management. This year's IERO theme, Fueling Business Continuity in Critical Times, highlighted the agreement, which develops a framework to ensure fuel supply in case of emergencies and calamities such as earthquakes, typhoons, floods, fire, and spills. The participants hope to push for a reliable fuel supply in Metro Manila, as there is an urgent need for cooperation among all sectors during disasters that may affect 15 cities with a population of 3.5 million people.
To ensure that during times of crisis that the Philippine economy has got an adequate plan, an adequate level of communication, and an adequate level of cooperation to ensure that we can keep the energy needs up to this vibrant economy.
So that we enhance our capabilities to deal with emergency response. It's an emergency response initiative because we have seen from so many calamities that has besieged us already. We have to make sure also that our people have capabilities within their organizations and as an industry to work together. Now we have extended it to working with government.
Whenever there's a calamity, what we've noticed are there are three very important things kailangan within the first 24 hours. Water, food, and fuel.
And so goes our Auto News Update. Auto Review. We'll be back. Stay with us.
The all-new Isuzu D-Max.
Nissan Philippines Incorporated, or NPI, the new company managing the Nissan business in the country, staged their event called X-Odus, the exciting X-Trail experience. The event brought participants to a 280-kilometer drive from Quezon City to Bagiuo City. First, we maintained the 17-car convoy on an 80-kilometer side trip to Angeles City for lunch at Ballet du Tung, the famous restaurant of award-winning chef and artist Claude Taya.
We take pride here in showcasing like everything is handcrafted, gawang Pinoy, everything is locally sourced. Yung panlasa, Pinoy, traditional Filipino.
3 menus, 1 Kapampangan, 1 lechon 5 ways, and another one is the Anthony Boy Day.
We open a full-time restaurant dito rin sa Angeles City, sa Minepo Center. It's called Downtown Cafe. Again, I'm serving Filipino traditional dishes there.
While in the convoy and connected by two-way radios, we familiarize with the new features of the third-generation X-Trail. From Angeles City, we drove on our own pace along NLEX, SCTEX, and TPLEX before regrouping at Soul Cafe in Rosario, La Union. Normally, we would feel sluggish and sleepy after a long meal, but as we discovered more and more features of the X-Trail, there seemed to be an adrenaline rush, which made us feel more alert and more aware of various speeds we subjected the X-Trail to. One thing we noticed is the quick engine response. The unit assigned to our team was the top-of-the-line four-wheel drive with a 2.5-liter engine, which produces 171 horsepower and 233 Newton-meters of torque. It has Nissan's Xtronic Continuously Variable Transmission, or CVT, with the option of manual mode. It was very easy to go from 20 kph to 100 kph with just a slight push on the gas pedal. It was also good to discover that Nissan maintained the cooling system for drinks and even improved on it by replacing it with a bigger center console cooler box from the previous model's cooling cup holders on the front aircon vents. Meantime, the X-Trail's 2-liter two-wheel drive variant has 144 horsepower and 200 Newton-meters of torque, and just like the 2.5-liter variant, has the CVT, or Continuously Variable Transmission. After a few minutes of rest in Rosario, La Union, we resumed our drive, and as we negotiated Cannon Road, the more we appreciated the new X-Trail's climbing prowess. So the SUV's active ride control is at work here. The active ride control system monitors the road surface to detect road imperfections, letting the vehicle automatically adjust to any road condition and keeps the ride smooth. Another new feature is the active engine brake, which ensures you can smoothly transition into a corner with better braking control and better pedal feel, minus the usual braking effort. Of course, Baguio is the best place to use the X-Trail's Hill Start Assist, which assists the driver through steep inclines with ease.
The all-new Nissan X-Trail has a different design from the previous generation. It has more dynamic and more streamlined design compared to the previous generation, which is a boxy style Nissan X-Trail. And then it has a bigger body in terms of exterior and also the interior. It even carries 7 seats.
I think most Filipino families, especially those based in Metro Manila, kind of use the Bagiuo route as the, I guess, litmus test for their family car. So, that's exactly what we did with the X-Trail. And, it was a very satisfying, a very enjoyable drive.
Available in the 4-wheel drive variant, the system uses torque and brake detection, which prevents the vehicle from sliding back during steep incline situations. Another unique feature to the X-Trail is its around view monitor. The vehicle uses 4 cameras which give the driver 4 angles. On the video monitor, it makes parking and backing as easy as possible. The all-new X-Trail comes standard with a push-button ignition paired with Nissan's intelligent key system and an eco mode switch that helps the driver achieve better fuel consumption. Next week on our special feature, we bring you the Mitsubishi ASX test drive from Manila to San Fernando, La Union and back.
East meets West at Bagiuo Makati Hotel as it offers you a taste of Oriental delights and the luxuries of the city. This urban hub is at the heart of the Makati CBD, giving you easy access to shopping malls, convention centers, and cultural attractions. Experience the charms of the city only at Bagiuo Makati Hotel.
Automobile Central Enterprise Incorporated, distributor of Volkswagen cars in the country, staged its first ever Volkswagen Fuel Economy Run. This is Volkswagen's effort to highlight the brand's fuel efficiency in their latest models. Present at the event was Automobile Central Enterprise President J.P. Orbeta and representatives from the Department of Energy, Genevieve Almonares and Marlon Domingo. The participants were divided into 3 groups: Team Polo 1500cc, Team Jetta, and Team Tiguan. From the Volkswagen showroom at Bonifacio Global City, participants filled up their tanks at the Shell station SLEX as they continued their fuel economy challenge to Lipa City in Batangas. Volkswagen is the world's largest producer of diesel engines, featuring a turbocharged diesel engine, the latest common rail injection technology.
We've always prided ourselves, the Volkswagen, to be the leading manufacturer of diesel engines. And so today, from actual experience, find out what we tell about the advantages of the TDI engine, having good power, at the same time fuel-efficient engines.
We're able to also see that the usable power of the Volkswagen diesel engine on the road.
When the competition came to a close, the best fuel economy result was achieved by Ronald De Los Reyes of Auto Review and Chris Lim of Business Mirror in the Jetta 2.0-liter category with an amazing 29.7 kilometers per liter. Love Dioseco and Tessa Salazar dominated the Tiguan category with 27.39 kilometers per liter. In the Polo category, Angel Rivero of C Magazine and Greg Alcober of Turbo Zone won with 18.39 kilometers per liter.
We had a fun run all the way to Batangas and came back, and the results are amazing. It basically shows that Volkswagen TDI engines are really top-of-the-line German-engineered diesel engines, and they're actually very fuel efficient.
Since Volkswagen introduced the XL1 in 2009, known as one of the most fuel-efficient cars in the world, Volkswagen has focused its efforts in creating the most practical and fuel-efficient car.
A northern oasis awaits at Playa Tropical Resort Hotel in Corimao, Ilocos Norte. An 8 to 10 hour drive from Manila, this Bali-inspired resort promises true paradise. Bask in the beauty of the tropics and experience the charms of Ilocano hospitality. Playa Tropical Resort Hotel. It's worth the long drive. SM Supermalls has launched Sands at SM by the Bay, a multi-purpose beach-themed outdoor sand court at SM by the Bay in Mall of Asia. The opening of its latest addition to MOA's destination for leisure and lifestyle activities also featured the country's leading volleyball players. Melissa Gohing, Michelle Datuin, Eileen Abuel, and Rachel Ann Dakis graced the opening ceremony with a friendly game of volleyball to entertain the guests. The spacious sand court measures around 28 by 18 meters and simply ideal for outdoor activities. It is also a perfect venue for beach-themed events. Sands at SM by the Bay offers a new leisure activity for beach volleyball and outdoor enthusiasts without going outside the metro. Sands is located at the north area of SM by the Bay in the Mall of Asia complex in Pasay.
So we were thinking to ourselves, what is it that we can give to the public that is extra special? Something that they've never seen before. And we always say that SM has always been in the business of making people happy. And what we do expect is this is an additional venue for them to have fun, whether it is competitive sports or with their families. They can just come on over and avail of this. Just book it with us.
Sands at SM by the Bay will also play host to the upcoming Auto Review Road Safety Olympics launch this coming December 6 and 7. This was also followed by the signing of agreement with the Roadhouse Manila Bay, a premier hotspot bar and restaurant at SM by the Bay, as one of the event's major sponsors. The Blues and Bags themed bar will provide food and beverages to the attendees of the Road Safety Olympics. We hope to see you in Auto Review's 20th anniversary celebration launch this December 6 and 7 at SM by the Bay.
Finally, the official results are out for the first ever Toyota Vios Cup. The grassroots racing level competition declared young driver Luis Gono as the overall series champion for the 2014 season.
Well, it's definitely a great honor because this is the first time an event like this has happened in the Philippines, and it's a good feeling to be a part of it, and an even greater feeling to be able to win the championship.
Gono bested 24 other drivers in an extremely competitive and dramatic championship run. During the final leg, intense drama inevitably unfolded. Here, the organizers implemented a double point system for the out-of-circuit venue, as well as a qualifying shootout and a pair of elimination sprint races to determine the top 20 for the main races. Driving for Toyota North Eze Auto Plus, Gono entered the third and final leg of the Toyota Vios Cup at the McKinley West Circuit with a 26-point deficit behind then series leader Jason Chuachui of Toyota Balintawak. The qualifying of the dramatic third leg saw the elimination of series leader Chuachui, as well as championship contender Alan Uy of Toyota Quezon Avenue. The two were involved in an on-track tussle that resulted in both finishing out of the contention for the main point scoring races. Races 5 and 6 saw numerous crashes, red flags, penalties, and other incidents that resulted in only half points awarded. Luis Gono was able to haul in a valuable 39 points to give himself the championship and the brand new 2014 Toyota Vios 1.5G 5MT as the prize. Meanwhile, Paulo Numulawe's spectacular finish in races 5 and 6 garnered the maximum 60 points for a total of 79, assuring him of the runner-up spot in the championship and a prize purse of 400,000 pesos.
Kumuha lang din ako ng kumpiyansa sa sarili na kailangan ko. I needed to do well in the qualifying.
Still, Jason Chuachui's 75 points was good for third overall, garnering him a total prize purse of 200,000 pesos.
Toyota did a good job. Furious, fantastic as well. May kasamang drama pero masaya naman.
And this one's a street race. So it's something the Filipinos haven't seen for quite a long time already. And our dream of bringing motorsports back and reviving it it's finally here.
As a rookie, I went to a crash course just last month, and I'm very happy. I'm very thankful just to finish the race, but to be in the top 10 is a bonus already. So I'm very happy.
Our first out of the circuit track racing. So I think we have invited the largest number of people to watch.
We will have 4 races next year. there will be circuit races and out-of-circuit races. We'd like to invite all those who are really interested in racing. You can join the Vios Cup. It's a fun race. It's grassroots racing.
And that's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We would like to thank Nissan Philippines Incorporated for making us a part of the very exciting Nissan X-Trail experience here in Baguio City. And despite the rains, I think we will have a great time driving the new X-Trail back to Manila. But of course, we will drive carefully, as we always say here on Auto Review. Until next week at the same time, here on the People's Television, this is Ron De Los Angeles saying thank you for joining us. Drive safely all the time. We'll see you next week.